Let's take a look at Tanjong Katong Girls Prelim 2022, Paper 2, Question 7, Part A. Solve log base 3, 6 minus 3x minus 4 log base 9x equals to 1. Many students will have noticed this is base 9, this is base 3. They will apply change of base. But what I noticed is that many students will move the 4 out here as a power before they change base. Now, I want to tell you that this is not necessary, okay? You can just leave the 4 alone. So your focus is just this log base 9 of x. Now, let's take a look at how we change base here. So I'm going to keep this log base 3. And I'm going to keep the 4. So the underlying part, I'm going to change base to log base 3. So I'm going to write log 3 over log 3. X goes to the top. 9 comes here. Okay. And next step, log 3 now, I'm going to change it into a number. So next step, I will have log 3, 6 minus 3x minus 4. So this one is 2. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why is it a 2. So this one here, what I've done here is that I've changed log 39 into a 2. Reason, because log 39 is log 3 power of 2. So this 2 is the answer because I'm going to change to the same base here, okay? Logarithm base 3, index base 3, they are reverse function, they get cancelled. Okay, now the reason I do not move the x to the top is that the next step here, you will see that 4 divided by 2, that is very easy to do. So next step here, I will have log 3, 6 minus 3x minus 4 divided by 2 is going to be a 2. Log 3x equals to a 1. So now when do we need to move this away, which is this step over here? When I need to do log 3 minus log 3, I'm going to put them all in one big log 3, place them together. This is when the 2 need to apply a power rule to move it away. Okay, so now the first log 3 has this is a minus, so it's going to be a division. So this 6 minus 3x divided by, so now I move the 2 here, it's going to be x power 2, okay, power rule. So I divide by x squared equals to 1. Next step, we want to get rid of logarithm base 3, so I'm going to take index base 3, both sides. So left hand side will get cancelled. So left hand side I'm left with 6 minus 3x over x squared. Now on the right I'm going to take index base 3. So base 3, this one is going to be the power 1. Okay. Next, let's multiply x squared over. So 3 times x squared, that's a 3x squared. And I'm going to move to the right, so I get a quadratic 3x squared plus 3x minus 6 equals to 0. Let's continue solving our quadratic. I can now divide by 3, so I get x squared plus x minus 2 equals to 0. And I can do a factorization. So I have x plus 2, x minus 1 equals to 0. And my answer is x equals to negative 2, x equals to 1. Now, we have reached the answer step. For logarithm chapter, we need to do a checking based on the question, okay? So let's go back to this question here. We need to place our answer at this position and also this position to check, okay? I'll show you two checking. One is a simple one, one is a more detailed checking. So I'm going to erase some of this here first. Okay, now let's take a look at how we are going to check and reject our answers. We have the answer of negative 2 and 1. We have to place into two positions to check, this and also this one here, okay? So let's place into 6 minus 3x first. So I'm going to replace x value as negative 2. So this one I'll get 6 plus 6, so I get a 12. This is positive, okay, which is okay. Let's check the second answer, which is a 1. So 6 minus 3 will give me a 3, which is also positive, which is also okay. Now let's check this position of x, so it's pretty easy. So the first one, negative 2, this need to be rejected, okay? It's not positive. The next answer is 1, so this is okay. So simply to put it here, you have to check this and also check this. As long as is being rejected. So you have to reject the answer over here. Okay. Next, checking. If you want to do a very detailed checking, what we're going to do is we check 6 minus 3x must be more than 0 and x must be more than 0. So this one you don't have to do anything anymore. So let's just solve for this one. Negative 3x must be more than negative 6, moving 6 to the right hand side. Let's divide by negative 3, and you be a bit careful because dividing by a negative number in inequality, you have to switch it. So I have x less than 2. So now let's place these two answers on number line. 0, 2, less than 2 is over here. More than 0 is over here. And since I'm solving n, it's this part here, so which means x can only take value between 0 and 2. So looking at your answer, this is going to be rejected. This is okay. It falls between 0 and 2. Okay, so a simple checking you don't have to show. If you can mentally put your answer into this position and this position, and if they don't satisfy the condition of positive, reject the answer. Okay, now let's take a look at part B of this question. To obtain a graphical solution of the equation, a suitable straight line can be drawn on the same axis as the graph of y equals to e raised to the power x over 3 plus 3. Find the equation of this straight line. Now you gotta observe what you have been given. You are given y equals to e raised to the power x over 3. So keep that in mind so that you know what to adjust, okay? So of course, there are many ways that you can achieve that. Maybe I'm going to show you two ways. So first way, where you will notice that you can bring the 3 power down, okay? So what you get is that you get x equals to 3 ln x minus 4 over 2. And from this 3, moved it to the left. So we have x over 3 equals to ln x minus 4 over 2. Now I've achieved what I want in the question, which is x over 3. Okay. So what is another way that you can do it? So because some students, they might just take exponent both sides, so which is okay. You will get x e power x equals to e raised to ln is gone, so I left this one here, power 3. Now this one, you have to be very sure of how to move a power 3, okay? Or you can imagine I'm taking power 1 over 3, both sides, to get rid of this 3. Or you can see as power move to root 3. Root 3 is power 1 over 3, okay? So therefore, you will also get e raised to x over 3 equals to x minus 4 over 2. Imagine that we are doing multiply by the power of 1 over 3, both sides, okay? So let's go back to this one here. This one, you are basically taking e both sides now, that you will achieve the same result using this way. Okay, so you can use a power rule, or you can take e first, then taking a root 3 later on. Okay, root 3 is power of 1 over 3. So now I have achieved this one here. We have one more step. I need a plus 3, so let's add 3 both sides. So now I have this e power x over 3 plus 3 equals to, I'm going to break this apart, okay? So I'm going to write as x over 2 minus 4 divided 2 is going to be a 2. Then I add a 3 behind. So basically, for this one here, I'm just splitting this one, right? So I'm adding 3 to the left, adding 3 to the right. So next step, I will have on the left-hand side, which is this, and I'm going to add negative 2 and 3, so that's going to be a plus 1. So you know that on the left, you have the graph of y equals to e power x over 3 plus 3. So the new graph that you need to draw, the equation of the straight line, is going to be y equals to x over 2 plus 1, which is the answer that we need here. Okay,